Hi everyone, and welcome to this quick video that we are working on in class currently. I wanted to make this for the students and you guys, the parents, to show you what we're working on in math so you guys can continue to work through this. These are foundational concepts, so it's kind of important that your child gets what we're doing here as we move forward. So the first thing that we're doing is we are looking at changing compound fractions to improper fractions. So let's say I've got a fraction that is 2, and let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's say it's 2 and 2/3. If I were to draw that out, I would have an object that's got 3 pieces in it, an object that's got 3 pieces in it, and another object that's got 3 pieces in it. And I've got 2 holes. So I know that those 2 holes are going to account for all of the pieces in one and all of the pieces in a second. That represents my 2 holes right here. That's 1, that's 2 holes. So those are represented visually by that. And then I've got 2/3 left. 2/3 left over. And my leftover 2/3 are going to account for this guy. And now simply all I need to do is just be able to add all of the total pieces together in order to determine what my improper fraction is. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 thirds. They're already cut into thirds. So there's my first one, there's my second, there's my third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So that's one way that we can look at doing that. The other way that we can look at doing it is this. If we have 2 and 2/3, I can take this 3 and multiply it by the number of holes that I have, which gives me 6. And then what I can do is take that 6 and add the other pieces to it, which then gives me 8. Now, this will work more effectively if we have larger numbers. So for instance, rather than drawing out, let's say I've got 12 and 12th. Rather than drawing out 12 holes with 12 pieces, I can simply take 12 times 12 is 144, plus this one gives me 145 over 12. So that's the first thing we're working on. The second thing we're working on is working from improper fractions back to compound. So let's say I've got something like 8, let's go 8/3. What I can do here is I can take this and start to draw it out again. I can draw out thirds. I'll draw them as circles this time. And I'm trying to draw out so I get 8 pieces out of 3. 8 pieces. So I've got 1 piece there, 2 piece there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what I can see here is after I've done that, I've got these are 2 holes, and I've got 2/3 left. 2/3. 2 holes and 2/3 left over. 2 selected pieces out of 3. 2 and 2/3. Now again, we could draw these out forever if we wanted to, but sometimes we're going to deal with numbers that are slightly larger. So what we might have is we might have something that's like 64 sevenths. Well, I could draw out sevenths and count out 64 pieces, but that's going to take a lot of time. So what we do in this case is this. We take a look and see how many times 7 goes into 64. So in this case, we have 7 going into 64 9 times. 9 times 7 is 63. So we know that there's a little left over here. So let's subtract those 63 pieces. 9 holes with 7 pieces is 63 total pieces. Let's subtract from what we started with. So we go 64 minus 63 leaves us with 1 over 7. Denominator doesn't change. So this video hopefully is going to walk you through just the steps on how to do it. Again, I can't stress the importance of kids knowing this because as we move into multiplication and division of fractions, we're going to need to know how to work with improper and mixed fractions, even as we start doing addition and subtraction. So if you could please work with your child, that would be awesome. If you head on over to Google Classroom, I will show you, there is on the math assignment right here called Fractions, an Introduction. There's a website called mathdrills.com. If you click on it, you can see right here, number 16 is all about converting between improper and mixed fractions. This will create worksheets for your child to practice. So if they go through the video and they understand, have them do a little bit of practice. If they don't, then try to work with them so that way they understand, because again, the importance of this is foundational. We are going to be building on this, and if they're lost with this, then it's going to make it much more difficult down the road. Okay, rewatch this video as you see fit. You're more than welcome to touch base with me should you feel the need to. Thanks for watching.